back to SJP Club Online. As you might remember, last week we were learning about how God rescued his people from Pharaoh by parting the Red Sea so that they could walk across on dry land. And then he rescued them by closing the sea back over Pharaoh. It was the most amazing miracle. And we saw that nothing is impossible for God, and God never changes. Well, this week we're going to learn another lesson about God, and we're going to learn that God is our provider. That means that God will make sure we always have what we need. But first, I've got a question. If you go on a car journey, I wonder what it looks like. Does it look anything like this?
We nearly there yet?
No, we're not.
Are we nearly there yet?
We'll be there in a minute.
Well, I'm bored.
Hi.
Can we stop?
No.
I want a drink. We nearly there yet?
No.
But I'm hungry. I want some food. I want a drink. But are we nearly there yet? Are we nearly there now?
No.
Oh, but I need a wee. Come on. I'm bored. Are we nearly there yet?
A minute.
But you said it wouldn't take long. Tree, drink, board. Want a drink now. We're nearly there.
Well, I know that when I was little, we used to go on some long car journeys, and that kind of thing used to happen a lot. Because going on a long journey, it's hard work. It's tiring, and you do say, are we nearly there yet? And you know what? When we rejoin God's people, even though he's brought them out of Egypt, even though he's parted the Red Sea, even though he's looking after them, they're starting to get a bit grumbly.
God's people had been walking in the desert for many days. They were getting hot and tired in the desert sun, and they started to complain that they were hungry and thirsty. They didn't just complain to Moses and Aaron, but they were complaining to God, and God heard their grumbling.
Oh dear, it looks like they're getting a bit grumpy in the Israelite camp. We'll catch up with them a little bit later on. But first, let's take a second to think about something else. In our country, we are very blessed. In the United Kingdom, we don't really, as a country, run out of food. There's normally food in the shops. There's normally food in the restaurants. There's normally food around if we can get to it. But just imagine if we ran out of food.
Oh, waiter.
Yes, madam?
Oh, it's been so long since I've been out for dinner. You've got so much yummy stuff here.
Oui.
Could I have the chicken?
Let me just check that for you, madam. I am sorry, we don't have any of chicken left.
Could I have the duck then?
Again, I am sorry, we don't have any. We have one item on the menu. Would you?
One?
We. Would you like me to?
Okay, well, can I have a drink first? Can I have some Diet Coke, please?
But madam, I'm sorry, we don't have any.
Lemonade? Water?
Let me go get.
Okay.
A drink for madam and your main course.
This is sand.
But
I can't drink sand.
it's nice. You try it.
Oh, this is all you have? What am I gonna drink?
The sand is nice.
Okay, I can't drink sand. This is more sand. I don't think you can't.
It tastes just like Duke.
I don't think it does, sir. Is this all you have? You only have sand?
Oui.
Do you have any puddings?
Let me go. Let me go check.
Here, take that with you. I can't. I was so looking forward to this. I was looking forward to the duck. I was looking forward to having some lemonade. And honestly, at least they've got pudding. At least they've got pudding. It's not all bad. They've got pudding. Honestly.
Here you go, madam. I put sprinkles on top for you.
This is more sand.
Yes, sprinkles of sand to go with the sand.
You have no food and no drink. You only have sand.
No, this is all we have.
That's all you have.
All we have.
What am I going to eat?
The sand tastes just like chocolate cake.
So can you imagine if you went to a restaurant or you went to a shop, or even you were at home with your mum and dad, and you said to them, I'm hungry, and they said, got no food. Sorry. I don't think you'd be very happy. I think you'd be a bit worried. You might even be a bit frightened. And you know what? This is what's happening to the children of Israel in our story. God has rescued them. God's brought them safely into the desert, but they've been walking around for a little while now, and they're running out of food, and they're running out of water, and they're getting a bit worried. You see, they had forgotten that nothing is impossible for God. But this week, we're going to see that that promise is as true as ever.
The Israelite people were becoming tired from walking in the desert for many days. They were hungry and their food was starting to run out, and they began to grumble against Moses and Aaron. But what they didn't realize was they were actually grumbling against God. Moses decided to go to God and prayed for help, and God heard his prayer. That night, the camp was covered in small birds called quail that the people could cook and eat. And then the next morning, when they woke up, the camp was covered in small flecks of white food. They didn't know what it was, so they called it manna, but it tasted wonderful. The next time they ran out of water, God took his people to a rock and told Moses to hit it with his stick, and water came out. God looked after his people the whole time they were in the desert.
Wow, isn't God amazing? God promised to provide or to give the Israelites all that they needed. And what's even more spectacular is that God has made us the same promise. God has promised to us that he will provide all that we need. That means he will give us all that we need. But he hasn't promised to give us all that we want. What we want and what we need can be very different. And here's Professor Taylor to help explain that point.
Hello, and welcome back to the SJP Science Lab. This week, I've been asked to explain to you the difference between what you need and what you want. So, we're going to start off with what we need. Here, I have a glass of water. Now, if you do not drink water or fluids on a regular basis for a long time, you will die. You'll need fluids and water to drink, or you will die. Here we go, we have some bread or food. You need food to eat, to nourish you, and if you go for a long time without eating food, you will die. So you need food. You need liquids, water, and you need food. You also need and that's air. You need to breathe. If you do not breathe, there's someone took away your air, and you could not breathe, you would die. So things that we need are things that we need to keep us well, to keep us healthy, and to keep us alive, or we would die. Now, things we want, very, very different. So here, I happen to have a tablet computer device. Yes, I do. Now, you may very much want a tablet computer device. In fact, you may even think that you need a tablet device. In fact, you may even tell your parents, I want a tablet device or I will die. However, that's not true. That's not true. You do not need a tablet computer. If you do not have one, you will not die. But you do probably want one, kid. Oh, that's nasty, right? Okay. And now, the same again. I have a Nintendo Wii games thingamabob. Yeah, one of these. Now, you probably want a games thingamabob, whatever type it is you like, a Wii, a Nintendo, a PS, whatever. Now, you may want one very, very, very much. Indeed, you may feel like if you do not have one, you might die. But again, I promise you, you won't. You won't die if you do not have one. So here we go, boys and girls, here we go. The things that you need are the things that if you do not have, you will be ill or sick or die, or you must have them. Water, food, air, things that you want, toys, Nintendo, tablets, I don't know what else, Apple products of descriptions, I don't know. But there you go. The difference, the things that you need, if you do not have them, you will die. Things that you want, if you do not have them, you will live. So I hope that explains the difference of things that we need and things that we want. And remember, the lesson today is that God will give us what we need, but not always what we want. So thank you for that, and back to the SJP studio.
Oh, thank you, Professor Taylor. Isn't that amazing to know that God has promised to give us what we need? Not always what we want, but he will always give us what we need. And because of that, we don't need to worry, because God's got it and God has got us, and he will always take care of us. So let's just give God thanks now in prayer. Dear Lord, we thank you that you have promised to provide all that we need. We thank you that you have promised never to let us go. And I pray that this week you will help us to remember all the good things you give us and to say thank you to you for them. In Jesus' name, amen. And now we're going to continue to give God praise, but this time in song.
God.
Oh, thank you, Mark, for that great song once again. And now it's time for our craft. This week's craft is nice and simple. We're going to need our craft sheet, which is available to download from the SJP section of the St. James's website. There should be a link in the description again. We need a glue stick, we need a pair of scissors, and we need some colouring pens. Also, if you are using scissors, please make sure there's an adult nearby to help you with your cutting out. So the first thing we're going to do is colour in our picture. So, shall we? So that's our colouring done. I'm sure yours looks a lot better than mine. But next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our scissors, and remember, make sure there's an adult around to help you out. And we are going to cut across this line in the centre here, and we're going to cut around the dotted line on the picture at the top. So let's do that now. So we should now have our picture with the people on it, and we should also have our little trough/bowl thing here. Now if you look very carefully, there's a black line here. We are going to fold this bit over on the black line, and if we go to the other side, there's a grey bit and then there's a black line, and we're going to fold that over too. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get our glue, and we're going to put glue on the bits that we folded down here on each end. And remember, if you want a more detailed video, we have one on our website that you can go to. It's sjpchurch.co.uk, and go to the SJP Club section. And on our picture here, you'll see we've got two little grey bits on the side. So we're going to get our glue, and we're going to coat those grey bits with glue as well. And the last bit of our craft is very easy. So you're going to hold this so that you've got the big bit at the top and the slightly smaller bit at the bottom. And you're going to put it against your picture. And you're going to get the grey bit on this side, and you're going to stick it over the matching grey bit there. See? I'm sure your parents can help you if you're finding this tricky. And then you're going to get the other grey bit, and we're going to stick that on the other side over here. And it should stick up a little bit. I'm just going to stick them down a bit tighter. There we go. And it should stick up a little bit, and you should have your bowl there, and inside you should have your manna, just like we had in our story. And that's this week's craft. Remember to download it, go to our website, the link's in the description, and also do get an adult to help if you get stuck at all. So that brings us to the end of SJP Club this week. I hope you've enjoyed it. And remember, no matter what happens, no matter where you are, God has got you. God loves you. And God has promised that he will always give you what you need. And never forget that. Have a great week. Take care. Bye.